Hello, welcome to the highlights of this Benson & Hedges World Series Cup match at the Sydney Cricket Ground. This is the third game in the series and it's between New Zealand and Sri Lanka. The points table at the moment stands Australia on top because of a superior run rate. They have 2 points, so too New Zealand. The run rate's 4.79 to 4.64. Sri Lanka have played just the one match against Australia and they took no points from that. Now the teams for today's game, New Zealand against Sri Lanka, the New Zealanders have made a change. They've brought in Danny Morrison to their side. I'm pleased to see that. Stu Gillespie was flown over to Perth and had to work very hard in the heat there, but I wasn't quite certain why Danny Morrison had been left out. Be a good chance for him today to play against Sri Lanka. Ken Rutherford is 12th man again, and it looks as though that will be the batting lineup once again. John Wright to go in with Andrew Jones. But they're a very strong side, and the Sri Lanka team, with Ranjan Modagali as captain, Arjuna Ranatunga the vice-captain, they're the two best batsmen in the side. They've made changes. The leg spinner, Asoka De Silva, has come into the team, and it'll be interesting to see how he bowls on a pitch where there is likely to be a considerable amount of turn. The conditions, Tony Greig said, were very good out there. The pitch was bare and the outfield fast. It looked as though conditions were just about ideal for a very good game of limited overs cricket. Sri Lanka won the toss and decided this time that they were going to bat. We pick it up now with Danny Morrison coming in, and he's bowling to Mahanama, the Sri Lankan opener. Your commentators are Tony Greig and Bill Laurie.
Got him! Well, how about that? Didn't offer a shot, the ball cut back and it's knocked the stump right out of the ground. A great start for Danny Morrison.
Those stumps have clearly got a little bit of water in the base. Went straight through his legs. Just an incredible dismissal. Looking to leave it there, the ball getting a bit big on him. Hit him between the legs and then came back down onto the off stump. So that's the end of Roshan Mahanama. And one wicket is down without any runs being registered.
Aravinda De Silva comes to the wicket as Morrison crashes through the legs. Mahanama, unusual dismissal this. Didn't offer a shot, didn't leave his pads there, almost opened his legs and about the ball to go through, and it took the off stump. 1 for none.
It seemed to me that he perhaps was trying to leave it down the leg side. The ball eventually hit him on the inside of his left leg and that off stump went straight out of the ground.
It's a great delivery and well taken. My word, Wayne dived looking to go down leg side, made a great save as the ball swung back. Beautiful delivery.
I don't know how New Zealand can ever leave this man out of their side. That ball actually swung in slightly, then left the batsman off the pitch, and it's no wonder that Aravinda De Silva looked up with a mysterious sort of wondering look in his eyes. What a good take too.
Chatfield.
And taken there by the skipper. Aravinda De Silva just trying to ease that one past the slip fielder. Instead, he just eased it into the keeper's gloves.
Trying to push the ball between first slip and the vacant gully area, getting the outside edge, and Aravinda De Silva is on his way. Caught by Blaine, bowled Chatfield. Sri Lanka 2 for 14.
Vice captain comes to the crease now, the left-hander Arjuna Ranatunga. He comes in at number 4 following the dismissal of the number 3 batsman Aravinda De Silva.
The wicket not playing as quick as the one that they would have been playing on in Perth a few days ago. Trying to push the ball, just getting the top of the bat through to wicketkeeper Blaine.
Gets through second slip, John Bracewell. Ball bouncing just in front of him. First boundary for Sri Lanka.
All just jumping a little. Just beating second slip. Running away down to the third man boundary for 4.
Oh, and dropped. A sitter. John Wright, the man at mid-wicket.
It's a full toss from Danny Morrison. Hit fairly hard. John Wright should have got it. Just above head high and going straight through the hands.
Now going to have some spin from the Paddington end. It's going to be John Bracewell bowling to Arjuna Ranatunga.
Well, that's a good shot. Put down the glasses. That one's well struck. No worries about the footwork with this shot. Right to the pitch of the ball. Opens up the face square of the wicket on the offside. 4 men inside the circle, preventing one, but that one through the gap. Gurasinger and Ranatunga doing the job at the moment. Hasn't been easy out there. The wicket we're playing on at the moment was the one used in the Shield match between Victoria and New South Wales a couple of weeks back. Martin Snedden bowling at the moment.
Going to look for 2 on Chatfield's arm and could be in trouble. Must be in trouble.
Brilliant throw back over the stumps. Looking for 2 right from the start. Let's watch that again. Open it up, looking for 1. A 2's definitely on. Turns. And that's the throw. Well, Blaine takes over the throw. Let's watch it again. Martin Snedden bowls it. They're off for 2. Ball goes down a third man. Throw straight back to Blaine, the keeper. He picks it on the half volley and is well out. So 3 wickets down now. 3 for 40. Sangha Gurasinghe out for 23. To Ranjan Managali. Tremendous chance here to lead from the front. He's the captain of the Sri Lankan side.
Here's Bracewell. Oh, good shot. That's a clinking shot.
He made up his mind then. He could get to the pitch of the ball on the half volley, which is most important against the spinner. And then one of the few really aggressive shots we've seen today from the Sri Lankans. And that was beautifully placed too. 4 men inside the circle on the offside, saving 1. He's beat the man at mid-off. Of course, once he got it past the 30-metre circle, there was no cutting that one off. Lovely timed stroke.
That's a lovely shot. Down to the boundary it goes at extra cover. Over the top. A little bit of aggression creeping into the Sri Lankan batting now. That's 2.36 per over. Will take a bit of a leap. There we are. The graph indicating the cumulative run rate after just over 20 overs, 24 in fact. That's well played. Beautiful shot. Into the fence it goes, and so yet another boundary. Sri Lankans beginning to turn it on. They're 3 for 72. Martin Snedden. In the air, but just over the top of Chatfield's head. He's very quick to turn in and fall in behind it, is Ewan Chatfield. That might have been just a bit high for him.
Instead of moving in, they should have been moving back. That one right over the top of John Wright's head. Good shot, good attacking shot from the first ball from Martin Snedden.
Yes, Ranatunga certainly getting quite aggressive out there. That hasn't changed the field at all. They're still up in the circle. And that's got him caught behind. A huge deflection there from Ranatunga. That's a pity, actually, because he was the one Sri Lankan who looked as if he could have introduced some respectability to this total. That was a big edge.
Well, we see the vice-captain trying to glide it through the vacant slip area, getting the ball on the top edge of the bat, the ball rising a little higher than normal, and Tony Blaine does the rest. Sri Lanka 4 for 76.
Hashan Tilakaratne is the new batsman. He's in his 5th one-day international, a highest score of 19 against Pakistan, so short on runs and indeed experience. Could this be his big day? So Snedden is going to continue now, bowling to the left-handed Tilakaratne. Oh, big appeal there for LBW. He's got him. Out LBW. Hassan Tilakaratne. LBW bowls Snedden. And I'm afraid 19 remains his top score.
I don't know whether Tilakaratne is all that impressed with that decision. I think he claimed that he may have touched that with his bat, but if he didn't, he was certainly in line with the stumps. 5 for 76.
De Alves is the new batsman, Guy De Alves. He's a right-hander, and as opposed to wearing the crash helmet, he's quite comfortable out there in a baggy Sri Lankan cap. Most of the other batsmen have worn the crash hat. And he looks pretty confident. He's taken guard, a quick glance around the ground. And he's now about to get after Martin Snedden. Here she goes, and into the gap. Well, he certainly hit that one. That was very, very flat and almost carried the boundary backward of square. 5 for 82.
Danny Morrison coming back into the attacks. 7 overs, 2 maidens, 1 for 22. And it's beautifully struck, and he's gone. Beautifully caught at point by Martin Crowe. Madagali hit that like a rocket. It was short of a length. Took a great catch.
Madagali not quite keeping that one on the ground. It was very well struck, but Martin Crowe, one of the best sets of hands in the side. Watch this for a catch. A long way from the body, but taken and goes to ground to make sure that he doesn't pop out. So Morrison, tremendous success in the comeback. Picked up a wicket in the first over to have Sri Lanka 1 for none. So the captain, Ranjan Madagali, he leaves for 13. Sri Lanka 6 for 82.
Ravi Ratnayaka comes to the crease with the fall of the 6th wicket. Captain Madagali well caught at point.
The left-hander Ratnayaka on strike.
That's beautifully played. That's a fine shot. Beautiful pull shot. Snedden just a fraction short. Ratnayaka onto the back foot and played it beautifully.
There's a lot of reason why he should hit out there, because no one beyond the 30-metre circle mark. Once you pierce the gap, he's decided to go over the top. Big, strong man. Keeps his grip high up on the handle. Watch this one, up and under. Away it goes. It's over the top and into the boundary at mid-wicket.
Elvis and Ravi Ratnayaka throwing the bat and playing some good shots. Run rate up to 3.03.
Now for the first time, the run rate up over 3. Very, very slow start in the first 10 overs, as you can see in the bottom left-hand corner. Bit of a flurry, a couple of wickets falling between 10 and 20.
That's an inside edge, the old French cut. That's value for your money. That's 4 more. And Goldie Elvis doing a great job. Prepared to hit the ball, prepared to attack the bowlers, and lifting the run rate.
Very hard to put a field to the French cut. That one was looking to go through the mid-off area. Gets the inside edge, beats off stump, and the left hand of the keeper, whose balance is on his right foot.
Now change in tempo by Crowe, trying to make the batsman think rather than hitting through the medium paces. Grace will throw the ball up, try and get a little bit of turn. Maybe a catch in the outfield. There's one man at mid-wicket. And he goes. There's a man out there. Is it over his head? No, it's not. He's dropped it. Dear, oh dear, the man who took that magnificent catch in Perth, Patel, this time goes both hands and put it down.
Deepak Patel, the man with magic fingers. 2 beautiful catches in Perth. It's a bit of a problem. I'm not too sure if he knew exactly where the fence was. He comes there almost into the shaded area. I think that may have upset him a little bit. As he ran towards the shade, he may have felt that the fence was a lot closer than what it actually was. That's a little bit of a look. He's not quite back in position. Very hard to catch going back over your right shoulder. It was at the full extension, and of course the ball onto the turf.
Anything a little bit loose, Elvis will give it some hammer.
He's not an easy man to bowl to because you know where he's going to hit, but he overcomes that by using his feet, as he did on that occasion. Bracewell is trying to get the ball up there in the block hole.
Patel, there's a good catch. He dropped the same batsman early on, but made no mistake this time, and that was a good running catch. He had to go down low. Racer will be pleased about that because he was the bowler when the previous chance was missed.
Yes, De Elvis trying just once too often to loft the ball into the mid-wicket area. That's where he always goes. And Jeffrey Crowe was awake up to that and had his best outfielder in position, Deepak Patel. A very, very good catch. It's 7 for 134.
They've switched the batting order. Ratnayaka hasn't come in. It's Graham LeBroy. Ravi Ratnayaka has the strike. The run rate 3.32. Cracking shot. Well, there's a fellow coming in at in the bottom half of the order, Ravi Ratnayaka, and he's played some lovely strokes out there. His timing has been excellent. Patel safely, beautifully held. Graham LeBroy is the man out. Got onto it, but not quite off the middle of the bat. Chatfield takes the wicket. LeBroy is out, and now Sri Lanka are in real danger of not being able to get through those 50 overs, and that is a cardinal sin in limited overs cricket.
LeBroy, I think, was trying to hit straight down the ground, but a little bit of off-cut there from Ewan Chatfield forced him to go almost to the mid-wicket area, and that's exactly where the fieldsman Deepak Patel was placed, and LeBroy has holed out. It's 8 for 147.
Soka de Silva comes out now. He's been promoted as well.
Oh, that would have been interesting. That was smashed right back at the batsman. It hit him and deflected back towards the stumps. And in fact, he's given him out. Well, now this is really bad luck. Jeff Crowe looked as if he may be going to call the batsman back. Now that really is quite sensational stuff. We'll have to work out what exactly happened out there.
I think what happened was that he was given out for instructing the field. But Jeff Crowe, in great sportsmanlike manner, has recalled the batsman.
See if we can pick up exactly what happens here. That ball is hit back, hits the batsman and goes onto the umpire, misses the stumps, and then the run out is affected. Now, I don't really see that there's anything wrong with that. It probably was dead as a result of the ball hitting the umpire, and that indeed helped the New Zealanders, and I suppose it was for that reason, Doug, that he was called back. Oh, he's hit that one. How's that for a reply? Out of the ground. Magnificent. Caught down on the deep mid-off boundary by a very enthusiastic young spectator. I tell you what, he's not a bad catcher. What a shot that was. He's hit that one straight to mid-wicket. Well, once again, he timed it beautifully, and Brighty, it's John Wright out there. He's taken the catch. He's that pleased. He's told the batsman where to go, but he's probably doing that because of the one he dropped before. So he's pretty pleased to latch onto that, which was pretty well hit too. Oh, it's all happening out there. Ravi Ratnayake disappearing off the ground after a pretty useful innings. 9 for 159. Ramanayake is the new batsman, Champuka Ramanayake. This could be close. Ooh. Involved in some overthrows here. Oh, and he's down. Well, it's all happening. They're falling all over the place. Yes, they were running overthrows there. That was played away on the onside. Good single run there, and then all of a sudden, as a result of the overthrows, they came back, and keep an eye on the batsman as he comes into picture. Falling down there, and up he gets. Oh, and it's bowled him. That's the end of the Sri Lankan innings. De Silva comprehensively out-bowled there for 6. And so the total 174.
Well, you can bet your life that's better than the Sri Lankans thought they would manage at one stage of their innings. It looked as though they weren't going to reach 3 figures, but instead they got up to 174. They weren't quite able to get through for the full 50 overs, and that's a demerit mark as far as they're concerned. You should always bat out your 50 overs, even if you've got to struggle along with numbers 9, 10 and 11. Top scorer, Juna Ranatunga, the vice-captain, 35, played very well, played some handsome strokes. De Alvis, the wicket-keeper, came in and hit strongly again, as he had done in Perth. And Ravi Ratnayake, who's made 93 in a test match against India, coming in low in the order here, 41 from 42 balls, and that was a good performance. Controversial dismissal, or non-dismissal as it turned out, Asoka De Silva there when he was run out. Eventually he was bowled by Chatfield for 6. 174, and the bowling figures for New Zealand: Hadley, 9 overs, 4 maidens, none for 12. Very accurate, even though he didn't take a wicket. He bowled well again today, and so too did Morrison. Bowled a good line and length, 2 for 43 and 10. Chatfield, a success, 9.2 overs, 1 maiden, 4 for 32, and a wicket to Bracewell and 2 to Martin Snedden. So 175 needed by New Zealand, and that'll be a bit tougher than it looked at one stage. The asking rate is 3.5.
Which I guess on the surface looks reasonable, but cricket's a funny game. 1 or 2 wickets and anything can happen.
Ravi Ratnayaka to Andrew Jones. Beautiful shot. Excellent placement. He just waited for the ball to swing away and hit it straight through the gap. New Zealand, none for 17. Graham LeBroy. Beautifully timed. Second boundary for Andrew Jones. It's none for 29. So New Zealand get a nice little jump on the Australians if they were to win tonight. And I suppose the other thing that they would be looking at from tonight's game is to keep the run rate up. They're just a fraction behind Australia on run rate. Good opportunity to get that up here tonight. Nicely placed there. Once again, Wright not bothering to try and keep the ball down, knowing exactly where the field is. There's a man at fine leg. That was the only one he had to worry about.
As Johnny Wright goes a little squarer, up and under, clears the 30-metre circle well. Beautifully timed. Just a little stray in line. Ravi Ratnayaka paying the penalty.
Oh, he's hit that, Miles. It's high in the air. It's going to be a big six. Is it ever a big six? And beautifully caught up in the stand. How about that? If you plonked yourself up in the stand up there, you wouldn't be backing yourself to take a magnificent catch. What a shot. Look at the smile on his face.
Well, he's on national television and he's taken a beauty. And superb under and over shot from John Wright. He picked the ball up beautifully. It's just on leg stump. Timed to perfection. It's a big hit. It was beautifully struck. And well taken, sir. 2 hands. Applause from the fans.
LeBroy is going to continue now. He's bowling over the wicket. That's short and whacked away beautifully. Well, he did pick that up very quickly. It was a very short ball and nicely hit away towards mid-wicket for 4.
Ramanayaka is about to bowl from the southern or Randwick end. First one down. Andrew Jones trying to get on with it. He'd been held down over these last 10 overs. He struck the ball very cleanly whilst in there, but he's been the first victim for Sri Lanka. Shampaka Ramanayaka takes the first wicket, caught and bowled.
Andrew Jones looking to get that away over the mid-on area. And he's succeeding. A return catch to Ramanayaka. And New Zealand losing their first wicket, 1 for 80.
It's 1 for 80 here at the SCG, and Martin Crowe has come into bat to join John Wright.
The first wicket to fall was a return catch, getting a leading edge.
Champaka Ramanayaka, what an easy catch. They've waited so long, 25th over to take that first wicket. Even though the run rate has slowed down a bit at one stage, it was just a fraction off 5 and over.
It's in the air, it's a chance, it's a leading edge. Backward Point's getting under it, and he's got him. Wow, wow, all of a sudden, 2 wickets fall. The addition of only 2 runs. Wright trying to hit on the onside, got an edge, through to Point. And it's a different ball game, Max Walker.
Johnny Wright has hit some big hits. 1-6 in particular went right into the roof of the members' stand. Beautiful hit this time, leading edge. Of course, going on the offside. Mahanama taking that catch. He didn't have to go to ground that time. He's been a very agile man in the field, but Wright again has been a very good opening batsman for his side. 41 runs scored tonight. New Zealand 2 for 82.
New batsman Patel.
Run rate required has crept up over the 4.5 now almost.
Got a chance. Oh, he missed it. That would have been, took too long to throw it. He was there. Patel was out of his crease. He seemed to hang on to the ball. It's to be glued to his fingers.
A big chance here for the Sri Lankan captain. Madagali on his left hand. Had a shy, and that may have been very close had he hit. Current run rate, 2.85. Really slowed right down. Started wanting 3.5. Now up to 4.51. So what looked an easy task is now becoming quite steep.
No ball, and that breaks the shackles.
Very wristy shot from Deepak Patel. Beautifully struck over the infield. Way to the cover boundary. One up on a length. It was a very good call too by Dick French, the umpire. The no ball shout out in the arm. He launched into that. There was no doubt where that was going. It was well struck. A pretty handy boundary too.
That's nicely hit. Very good shot from Martin Crowe.
Ramanaika hasn't pitched too many short, but he did this time. Martin Crowe quick to get on the back foot. Going to get just behind square leg for 4.
Aravinda De Silva. It's nicely placed by Martin Crowe. Just getting to that one on the full.
Aravinda De Silva, the bowler, full toss. Martin Crowe, one of the best players in world cricket today, taking full advantage of that.
He's hit that one pretty well. One bounce and it goes crashing into the advertising hoarding.
After a full toss, a long hop. And Martin Crowe certainly enjoying those 2 deliveries.
So it's now Runatunga. Chance here, but he misses the stumps.
He's on the lookout for quick runs.
In the air, but through the gap, and there is no sweeper. He's hit a few into that boundary. That's a favourite area down there. That's always packed, the area in front of the Brawangal stand.
The eyes of Aravinda De Silva tell the story. He picked up 3 wickets at the Wacker in the match against Australia, but he's now bowling to a master batsman.
He's hit that down the ground. It's going to go into the boundary, or will it? Didn't quite middle it, so it's not going to, in fact, carry down there. But Martin Crowe will get himself 3. So that's the 50 for Martin Crowe. 64 balls. 4 boundaries in that innings. Plenty of Kiwis out there.
So that was a beautiful shot. Gave it the full face. There's no doubt whatsoever where that one was going. It was going in the air. It was going straight over mid-off.
And beautifully caught. That's Aravinda De Silva, the little man, getting up into the air and taking a very good catch. And that gets rid of Martin Crowe.
They either stick or they don't when you go like that. Martin Crowe has done the job by his side, and what a lot of grins there. Excitement in the Sri Lankan camp, but the little fella Aravinda de Silva. And there are a few of his countrymen enjoying the situation as well. Let's watch it again. Martin Crowe, bottom hand, elevates that one almost wide and smack right in the palm. Nice soft hands, the fingers clasped around it, and they reach for the sky. Give us 5 high, they say. Martin Crowe out for 52 in just 67 deliveries. New Zealand 3 for 167. So that's the New Zealand card. Another good opening stand. 80 runs between Andrew Jones and John Wright. And we saw both depart in the space of just 2 overs. Jones was out for 34, Wright was out for 41. Martin Crowe, the master batsman, he did it again on the end. Very flat SCG wicket here. An old Shield wicket resurrected for this match. He made 52. He added 85 runs with Deepak Patel, who's still there at the moment on 29, not out. Wicketkeeper Blaine at the crease. And a big shout, he walks. No doubt about that. Dalvis has taken the catch, the easiest of catches. The foil trying to work it down into that vacant area at third man. The easiest of catches. Well, a couple of wickets falling here, dying into the match. A little outside edge. Dalvis takes the catch, and 2 in the space of just balls. Well, so New Zealand now 4 wickets down with the departure of Deepak Patel. He was caught by Dalvis, bowled by Ravi Ratnayaka for 39. New Zealand 4 down for 167.
I'm not sure that this is a really smart move. Jeff Crowe coming in with just 8 runs needed.
Wicketkeeper Blaine, he's been included in the squad, taking the place of Ian Smith, who's out with a fractured finger.
Another risky single, but Blaine gets away with it.
Really working hard to get these runs. Good cricket from the Sri Lankans. A direct hit there would have seen him on his way as well. Bit of a gamble. So just 3 runs. Will it be 1 hit? Or Jeff Crowe just play safety first and work the ball around?
Quick call of 1 there, and he's hit the stumps. And Jeffrey Crowe was happy that he was home. In fact, he's missed the opportunity for some overthrows, which Tony Blaine is now pointing out to him. But the Sri Lankans very disappointed that they weren't awarded the run out there.
Maybe Lady Luck has at last smiled at Jeff Crowe. Ever so close. Let's have a look at this. Here they go. The stumps are hit, and the form of an umpire named Tony Crafter. Not easy to give. Any benefit of the doubt must be given to the batsman. And I think Jeff Crowe knows that he's been given quite a benefit of doubt on this occasion.
They're certainly taking a few chances here. And the Sri Lankans are getting a few direct hits, but they're not showing up in the scorebook as run-outs.
As Bill Laurie would say, it's all happening here at the SCG. Run-outs. Let's have a look at this one. Well, that is a very good decision. Not an easy one at all.
And for a while it looked like Sri Lanka were bowling for run-outs and ruptures, but that's all over now. with Tony Blaine sneaking one past the keeper in the slips to the boundary. So New Zealand have won their second game in this competition, giving them 4 points from 2 games. And interesting there that the Sri Lankan skipper Ranjan Mudagali made a point of going over and shaking hands with umpire Tony Crafter. So a reasonably easy victory to New Zealand, although they were made to fight all the way by a good spell of bowling from the leg spinner Asoka De Silva and the medium pacer Champuka Ramanayaka.
Well, in the end, that was quite a comfortable win for New Zealand. A little bit of a hiccup there at the early part of their innings when the Sri Lankans fielded and bowled very well. But in the end, it was comfortable enough. Let's have a look back now to the start of the game where Sri Lanka won the toss and decided to bat. They didn't make a good enough start. Mahanama out without scoring and Aravinda De Silva for 5. That was the crushing blow. All of a sudden, they were on the defensive. Then they got to go on, but they were never really looking likely to make over 200, and that's the sort of score they have to make with the state of their bowling attack. They need to be about 200 or 225 against New Zealand and against Australia. The top scorer there was Arjuna Ranatunga for 35 and Guida Alves 32, and Ravi Ratnayaka came in ahead of both of them with 41 in just 42 balls. 174 all out. The bowling figures for New Zealand. Ewan Chatfield bowled very well today. In fact, you never see him bowl badly. Very good effort from him. Richard Hadley, 9 overs, 4 maidens, none for 12. Long time since he hasn't actually taken a wicket, but he was very accurate and had a little bit of an easy day out there just to get him right for the Australians next Thursday. Danny Morrison in the side for Stu Gillespie, 2 for 43. A wicket for Bracewell and 2 for Martin Snedden. So 175 to win for New Zealand. They started in blazing fashion with Wright and Jones, their partnership 80, but they got bogged down towards the end, and in the end frustration got rid of them both. They were both out of leading edges. Ramanayaka picked up both wickets for 41 and 34. Then LeBroy had Martin Crowe for 52, and Ravi Ratnayaka picked up Deepak Patel for 29. So Tony Blaine and Jeff Crowe saw them through at the end, 4 for 178. Comfortable enough, 48.4 overs. The Sri Lankan bowling, a wicket to Ratnayaka and 1 to LeBroy, and Ramanayaka picked up 2 for 28. But I thought Asoka De Silva bowled extremely well, 10 overs, 1 maiden, no wicket for 17. The Benson Hedges World Series Cup table, New Zealand 4, Australia 2. Sri Lanka yet to get off the mark, and Australia have the best run rate. Next match coming up in this competition is Australia against New Zealand at the Melbourne Cricket Ground on Thursday. It's a day-night match, and we look forward to having you with us then. For the moment, it's good night.
This has been another presentation of Nine's Wide World of Sports, your Winter Olympics network.